So is it a money-making business for you? Why does everybody react that way?
Yeah, it's just, I couldn't imagine how you could get rich off doing it. I mean, I would like to know. So if you know someone who knows how to be rich off making banjos, that would definitely be a good perk at the end of the day. I want it to be a family business. I want to, I want my wife to be involved. I want my kids to be involved. And I want to just continue to do it. I never even think about retiring.
And it isn't about the money.
No, of course it's not about the money. Because then I would have to do something else if I wanted money.
Jason Burns of Birmingham, Alabama, thanks for taking the time. I didn't have any trouble finding your place. You had a Model A parked out front. What's the story behind the Model A?
I don't own the Model A. That's Bob, the guy that I work with. The story he told me was that the only way his wife was going to let him have that car if that was his only driver. So.
Oh my gosh! So even in the winter, he drives that to work?
Yeah. Well, I let him borrow my car all the time. So.
But, you probably got a heater in yours.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a beautiful storefront, and it's a music store. It's your banjo shop, and you share it with who?
Bob Tedrow.
Hi, Mom.
He's a concertina maker.
Okay, so what's the tie-in between concertinas and banjos? Wow, that's almost as happy as a banjo.
We're happy all the time here.
Did he take pity on you and say, come on in, young man, let's talk about an instrument you can make some money off of?
Yeah.
And I'm a guy, the glass is always half full. I got into this as a rehab, and it just pulled me out of the darkest hole I think I've ever been in my life. Coming here, I don't think about being disabled. I just think about a different way to do things. This is banjo heaven here, Craig.
I appreciate that.
This is like, look at this. This is all banjo stuff. First thing I did when I recovered from my accident and figured out, I can't do this with one hand, I built this left-hand device. This is like my left arm. And it's really neat. It's just a standard metal device I bought, and we put an air motor on it. There's some gears in here so it doesn't slam open and closed. Mm-hmm. And if I wanted to say I've got a fingerboard in my hand and I wanted to do something, I'd basically take this and I could push this in. See, it moves nice and slow. And this is solid. So now I can cut, I can file. So this is my left arm.
Okay, so you pushed the pedal on the floor there?
Yeah, I got an air pedal. I want to take it out. And I can set all my frets in there one at a time. I can nip frets with one hand. People wonder how I do it. I do it. 90% of what I do it here.
How many machines do you have set up with these devices?
Oh, they're all over the shop. They're all over.
So you can do a whole banjo all by yourself?
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Well, it takes time. My brain's still working at old speed, which used to be I could do one in a day. Now it takes me 4 days maybe, so I certainly can't move as fast.
Are you obsessed with banjos?
Yeah. It's not quite as all-consuming as it was when I first got into it. It drove me insane that I couldn't have a time machine to go hear a banjo from 1800.
Banjos for me are a medium and a creative outlet. When I first started, I didn't think this would keep going. I thought it was just an obsession that would pass and I would mature and grow up. One of my favorite things to do is to busk. People instantly respond to it. It's like having a chocolate bar, and handing out pieces of chocolate. Everyone's kind of gravitating towards it.
So that's Buckeye Mountain. That's what the banjo business was named after.
How long was the gravel road that I had to take to get back
It
here?
was just at a mile.
Please tell me there's a still back here to justify how far out in the woods you actually live.
So this is the house that is kind of this slowly working on. All the shop, the pole shed and the blacksmith shop and the banjo shop, I built those. Vegetables, chickens, bees. We haven't gotten into any other animals yet. So this is the pole shed. The brand new brick floor. It's more just for music parties and jamming areas. It's usually just a big potluck is the way we usually do it. We do have some meat, lots of vegetarian stuff. Yeah, those are our kind of crazy chickens there. I did a little straightening before you came, but this is generally, I keep it pretty straight. It seems to be more efficient.
What do you feel like when you finish a banjo?
Oh, that's the best feeling. It's still amazing to me after all those months. Like, wow, I did this. You know, it still just kind of surprises me every time.
What's your favorite part of building a banjo?
Taking the check out of the mailbox.
Would you do anything different?
Anything different? I wish I knew way back then what I know now. I wouldn't have worked so many hours. Now I can work a few hours and make a dozen banjos every month. It used to take me a long time.
But now you're enjoying life.
Yeah, I can get rid of that cat if you want.
I have to honestly tell people, if it weren't for the banjo, I wouldn't be training doctors to go to Iraq and Afghanistan. Yeah, it hurts every time I say that.
Engraving, which is sort of my specialty, is so technically hard to do. You have to do what you do with a painting. I think the American painter Whistler said it's done when there's no evidence of its doing. You have to make something technically demanding and hard to do look effortless. If you don't, then its beauty is lost.
How do you want to be remembered about your banjos?
Probably it's the Johnny Appleseed of banjo building, making people happy.
What do you want them to know about you when they're playing the banjo 100 years from now?
Say, wow, this is a Rickard banjo. You know, this was built with somebody that was disabled. I think that's a powerful message. You can do anything. It doesn't matter what you're given or what you got. If you want to put your mind to it, I really believe we can do anything.
Did the banjo cost you your girlfriend?
That first girlfriend, yeah.
The only thing you can do with banjos or any musical instrument is make music with other people. And as far as I'm concerned, that's like the best thing that humans do.